You've probably heard of sad puppies in some capacity, whether as a hashtag or just seeing it in the news now. What is it? It's simply a set of recommendations for people to vote for in the Hugo Awards. This means initially, nominate these people and then vote for them later. It was extremely successful. A large number of people agreed to stick to this voting slate. I would say, well played to the person who formulated the list. Obviously, people saw it and decided, that's something I'd like to see as an outcome, so they voted along those guidelines. Now that we know these recommendations have been followed by enough people to affect the Hugo Awards, this has actually made the news. Let's see how it's being presented. From The Guardian, George R.R. Martin says right-wing lobby has broken Hugo Awards. From The Atlantic, hijacking the Hugo Awards won't stifle diversity in science fiction. One quick response to that is to say that if outsiders are hijacking something, it means they weren't inside of it in the first place, which means you are now more diverse. Overall, the tone of most outlets is that outsiders have come. People who do not belong have come and messed with this thing. They've ruined it for the people who are proper, the people who do belong, the people who it is for. Presumably not right-wingers. How did these people influence the Hugo Awards that they're not part of? How did they hijack it? By becoming members of the World Science Fiction Society in exactly the same way that anyone else can become a member, which is by buying a membership in that year's Worldcon, a supporting membership as they call it, one where you don't actually attend. This payment requirement is to help fund the awards, and it's also to keep out people who don't really care. Trust me, it works. I would not touch this. I do not care enough to spend $40 damn on putting a few votes in to annoy people. There's another problem with this though. They're saying that that is the view from within the World Science Fiction Society. Well, guess what guys? Because membership is just through payment, all those people who paid, they're not outsiders anymore. They are the WSFS. They are the people who hold those opinions. By having this official membership, and by only requiring payment, you're allowing anyone with any worldview to be part of this organization, a member. Put simply, if they've paid the membership, they are not a hijacker. They are in it as much as you. Even if they don't actually care about sci-fi, they are as much part of it as you. It is as much their award as it is yours. Any complaint about the views of people joining is cliquishness. It's certainly not official, and it's certainly not based on consensus, because those people whose views you're complaining about are part of the pool who would have to form that consensus. If you don't want those sort of people in, maybe you'll have to raise the membership fee. Make it even more elite. Maybe you should have a political compass test, or check what people's political affiliations are. Or maybe you should stop whining and be glad that something you love is getting more support. And maybe you should create your own recommendations. Try to bring more people into sci-fi, into the Hugo Awards, unless you think only a tiny handful of people count as true sci-fi fans. Get the sci-fi fans involved. It will fund the awards, it will fund Worldcon, and it will make it into a more diverse space. You don't get diversity by locking people out because you don't like them, because something about them that's completely irrelevant to what this convention and what this society is about doesn't agree with you. The only people who could be accused of trying to hijack it as an outsider would be those who aren't members of the WSFS, such as the news, or even me. Because of their membership requirements, the Hugo Awards are unhijackable, unless perhaps someone with a lot of money actually funded people to register and vote. What we're seeing is progress. We are seeing the Hugo Awards becoming more inclusive and diverse, and ironically, it's the progressives who are against that. Rather than trying to ostracize the wrong people with the wrong thoughts, bring in more of your friends who are into sci-fi. Be constructive, not destructive. But that's just another one of my harmful opinions.